Hey, how's it going? So we're going to get started here with these videos for Google AdWords that we use for our med spa clients for several treatments that we're going to make videos for here. Morpheus, IV therapy, semaglutide, O&P shots, some different treatments. And keep in mind, once you get through these, it's basically, the template's going to be kind of the same you'll see. So if you have a machine like M-Sculpt or Thermiva, whatever it is, you can kind of look at the Morpheus um, campaigns and just swap out those names, Morpheus 8s, which is a True Sculpt, or however you want to do it. But these are kind of give you a good idea of the format and how to set them up. But before we get started, there's a couple things that we want you to do here. Is maybe you've never used Google AdWords or you have, but so the main thing is come in here to ads.google.com. That's where you're going to get, come in. If you have an account already, you're just going to do the sign in. If you don't have an account, start now. Also, Google does run a thing for new accounts, $500 in free ad credit when you spend $500 or more. So that's a pretty good offer, especially if you're new and you want to do some testing. So once you get in here, the next step is we want to get in here is when you're in the account at the top bar, you're going to see tools and settings. And if your screen doesn't look kind of the same as here, when you click it, there'll be a link that says switch to expert mode. So you want to click the switch to expert mode. And one of the first things that we want to do is with Google systems, we're able to track which keywords drew the lead. So we're running a lead form, and so somebody registered, we can see which keywords are working. So now we know this keyword is coming and working good. So let's keep this one going. You can see which keywords are spending a lot of money, and which ones to turn off. Also, Google system does optimization on its own automatically. So if you set that, it's going to need the conversion tracking set up so it can automate the conversion process, and you can set target lead cost per actions that you want to reach. So it's important to get that in. So that's the one thing that we really got set up is getting that in here. So you're going to come into the conversion section. And since with our software or pretty much any other softwares, if you're doing any sort of lead format, you're going to, them fill out a form. There's usually a main page and then there's a thank you page. So we want to set that up, and Google has one here. So we're going to conversions. You want to track websites. And then website domain here, you can just put one in here. Just putting one. You can just put one in here and scan. It's just if it's a new website, it's not going to have it in there anyways. So then here you're going to come in and create a campaign. So this one, this is the easiest one. You add a conversion action manually. And then what we're going to do is since we are using submit lead forms, there you go, submit lead form right there. And then conversion name, I usually just use the same thing again, submit lead form. And then I typically just use the same value for each conversion. There's not really a value because this is just a name. If you had a value, you can put it in there, but just recommended for purchases, just one for leads is what we usually set. Just leave the default 30 days on there, and we can go from there. And then let's see. I just got to move myself out of the way to hit the save button. Done. And then save and continue. Let's see here. Set up the Google tag. So here is where your next thing you're going to be. I had to move myself around this. So set up. If you have a web person, you can set it up. But here's basically you want the tag. It's just set up. Install the tag, which is easier because usually with our landing pages with the software, it's not going to be connected to your regular things. So let's here. Get going. And then what you want here is this tag. So you hit copy, and then also just kind of want to get a worksheet there. You just paste that. So you want to keep it. So this is the one that's going to go in the software. Will show you where that goes. And then done. Now you want the next one is you want to go to submit lead form. That's the event snippet. We're going to do page load right here, which is what it is. Basically what this is doing, and this is going to go on the thank you page. So that way, whenever that page loads, it's going to copy it. Going to track it. It's going to say, okay, that page loaded. Then that's a conversion because there's no thank you page. So bear with me here. And then there's two. So you could see that this is, you want maybe highlighted. This is bold. This is separate from this one. So you kind of know which is which. So going to get that there. And then you've got it done. So you can close that. Now you have your tracking code. So you can hit done. Next, you have it there. Now within the software is what you're going to do. If you're using our software, you're going to come to the site. Let me open one up here. Get this one. Demo one. So this is a demo version of here. So in here, in the software, there's the site. So we can pick one of these landing pages in here. So say it was IV therapy that we're doing. So there's the first page in here. Then you want to edit the page. And then here in the settings section, it's going to go tracking code. Then here, you're just going to use the main one, the first one. Google tag is just the header one. And then you're just going to paste that in there. Yes, save. You're done. Save in the corner. Done. Get out of there. Now you're going to come to the thank you page, which is the second page. So now we need the code on the thank you page. Edit page. Settings, tracking code. Now for this one, we're going to use both codes. So we're going to get all of this, the tag and the snippet on this one. The snippet for submit lead form. You can go back here, paste. There you go. Yes, save. There you go. Save. Make sure to save. Now we have your tracking code in there. And it's going to be the same code for different landing, for every landing page or funnel, whatever you want to refer it to. So if that's why it's good to save it in a document, so you don't need to keep going through that process all the time. Now you can come in here, and if you were going to run another campaign for a different treatment, it was Morpheus, whatever treatment, and you can just come in here, do the same process again, and just use that same code. So save that code, one time, because it's not going to change no matter where you're using it at. All right, so then that's the main thing you can hear. So then it's set. Now you have a submit lead form. Now you've got a conversion now. And then now when we set up the ads, it's going to start tracking that. So, all right, so let's get on to some of these treatment videos so you can kind of get an idea of setting those up.